Hi everyone, I'm Bryony and welcome to session 2 of the Stretch and Mobility Yoga series. So this sequence we're going to focus on the upper body, so neck, shoulders, upper back and a bit of the chest as well. So equipment you will need is floor space, maybe a little bit of wall space as well. I haven't got any, but it might be useful for the relaxation at the end. You also need a mat. Not necessarily with a cat, but one does help. We also need a belt, or if you've got one of these sort of stretchy resistance bands, then they can be quite useful, but it's not necessary. Even like a dressing gown cord will do. So just have that to hand. So we're going to start standing up. So just come to stand anywhere. So either on your mat or in your floor space. And we're just going to start to mobilise the shoulders and the neck. So just standing nice and tall, feet about hip width apart, shoulders relaxed, and then just take a deep breath in through the nose. And then exhaling, just looking over to the left, inhaling through centre, exhale to the right. Inhale centre, exhale left. Inhale centre, exhale right. And just carry on like this for a few rounds with your own breath. Just going as fast as slow or as feels comfortable for you. And then coming back to the centre. So now on your inhale, you're looking up towards the ceiling. And then exhaling, just looking down to the floor. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling to the floor. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, looking down. One more time. Inhale. Exhaling. And then coming back to centre. From here, just taking your right ear to your right shoulder. And then taking the right hand on top of the head, just pressing gently back into the hand. Inhaling. And exhaling, just relax. Just let the head draw down towards the shoulder. Stretching the side of the neck. And then back to centre. Changing sides, so taking the left ear to the left shoulder, not letting the shoulders reach up towards the ears, just letting them relax down, taking the left hand, pressing it against the right side of the head. Inhaling, creating a bit of resistance, and then exhaling, just relax and release. So just moving around a little bit to see if you can find that sweet spot where you get a nice little stretch all the way down the side of the neck and shoulder. And then coming back to centre. So from here, bringing the hands on top of the shoulders, and then inhaling, drawing the elbows together, lifting them up towards the ceiling, exhaling, bring them all the way behind you. So really circling through the shoulder joint, just moving in time with the breath. Inhaling up, exhaling round and down. Couple more. And change direction. So inhaling back up and round, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Couple more. And then releasing all the way down. Okay, so from here, coming onto the top of your mat or floor space, whichever place you're going to decide is the front. So from here, inhaling, reaching the arms up tall, and then exhaling, folding all the way down. So just taking a few rounds of a half sun salute, inhaling, coming up halfway, exhaling, folding down, inhaling, reaching all the way up, and then exhaling, hands to the heart. From here, interlace the fingers, pressing the hands away in front of you, And then inhaling, reaching the arms up, just taking a side stretch, one side, and then the other, side to side. And then up to centre. Exhale, bring the hands behind you, either interlacing the fingers, if that feels all right, or you can take your belt, stretchy band, whatever you've got, towel even, and then bring it behind you, holding it with the knuckles facing up towards the ceiling, the back of the hands up towards the ceiling, rolling the shoulders back, lifting the chest, and then we're going to come into a forward fold. So feet quite separated, maybe the knees slightly bent, and trying to keep a nice curve in the lower spine. So sticking your bottom out, bring the arms up and over, keeping the knees bent if you need to, and then just bringing the arms up towards the ceiling as far as they'll go. Just all the time, just being aware of any sensations you're feeling in the shoulders. If you do have any injuries or you do feel any pain at any time, then please do stop or back off a little bit. So just holding here, maybe just swaying from side to side or circling the shoulders a little bit, just finding a little bit more space. And then just releasing, taking the strap to the floor, bring the hands down, stepping back, bring the knees to the floor. So from here, untucking the toes, inhaling, looking forward, and then exhale, we're just going to bring the hips back towards the heels, stretching the arms forward. Inhaling, coming back up. Exhaling, sitting back towards the heels. Inhaling, coming back up. Exhaling, sitting back. Inhaling up. And then exhaling, sitting back on the heels, extended child's pose. Just let the forehead rest down towards the floor, stretching all along the side body. And then coming back up onto the toes, tuck the toes under, bending the knees deeply, lifting the bottom up towards the ceiling, coming up onto tiptoes, exhaling, dropping the heels, downward dog, and then inhaling, rocking forward to plank, exhaling, back to downward dog, inhaling through to plank, exhaling, back to dog, inhale forwards, exhaling back, inhale forwards, exhaling back. So one more time, coming forward to plank, and then exhaling, dropping the knees, bending the elbows, lowering all the way down onto your belly, untucking the toes. So just bringing the elbows underneath the shoulders now, pressing the hands into the floor, coming into Sphinx pose. So drawing the elbows towards the hip points, engaging the thighs, lifting the kneecaps, and then just peeling the chest up, looking forward, down the tip of the nose. And then from here, just looking over the left shoulder. Inhale, back to centre. Exhale, look over the right shoulder. Back to centre. From here, clasping the hands softly, making sure that the elbows are just underneath the shoulders, tucking the toes under, and then peeling the body off the mat, coming either into this as a plank or lifting the knees up, coming into an elbow plank. Holding here, breathing deeply. Couple of breaths. Just building a little bit of strength. And then walking the feet in towards the elbows. Knees can be bent. Just trying to keep the back nice and long, pressing down into the floor, coming into dolphin pose. So another really nice little strengthener, but also a bit of a stretch as well. One more breath here. And then exhaling, just lower the knees back down to the floor. Coming to sit. Seeing what the cat's doing. Sounds like he's destroying something. Right. From here, bringing the right arm across the body, and then the left arm just underneath, coming into a bit of a tricep stretch. Couple of breaths here, and then releasing out. Bring the left arm across, other side, so little tricep stretch, and then coming into a pose called eagle arms, so taking the arms out wide, and then crossing the arms in front of you, bringing the right arm on top of the left, and then bending at the elbows, seeing if you can clasp the hands. So you might be able to just reach a thumb, or if you can't reach, then you can just hold opposite elbows instead, opposite shoulders, inhaling here, and then exhaling, just lifting the elbows, rounding through the back slightly, getting a bit of a stretch across the back of the shoulders, and then releasing out. So other side, taking the arms out wide, opening up through the chest, and then crossing the arms in front this time, opposite elbow on top, and then bring the hands together, or holding the shoulders, and then start to lift the elbows, rounding through the upper back. And then releasing out. So, knee warning, you might need your blanket to pad out your knees for this one. So we come into a lunge. You will also need your strap to hand as well. So bring your right foot forward, just coming into sort of not too low a lunge. So keeping the hips pressing forward slightly, and then knee over ankle, and then reaching the left arm up, bringing the left hand between the shoulder blades, right hand holds the top elbow, and then just leaning over to your right. So just stretching all the way down the left side body. And then coming back to centre, taking hold of your strap now, or your belt. So holding it sort of slightly wider than shoulder width apart. You might need to adjust the hands, sort of depending on your shoulder mobility. And then just reaching the arms up and over. So this should be a nice familiar little movement we do quite a lot in class. So just bring them up and over, adjusting if you need to, and also taking note of any sort of tight spots, and maybe just pausing when you find one and just breathing into it, just letting the body relax as much as it can into those little tight spots. Particularly around here, I find mine. And then bringing the strap to the floor, take the left hand down, reach the right arm up, maybe lifting the back knee, just coming into a simple twist. And then coming down, we're going to just come all the way around to the other side. So taking your strap with you, just coming into the lunge on the other side, left leg forward, reaching the right arm up, hand between the shoulder blades, left arm up, goes to catch the elbow with the hand, inhaling here, exhaling, just leaning over to the left side, giving that nice stretch all down the side of the body. And then release out, finding your strap, and then just starting to circle the arms again, so bring them up and over, and then taking a moment just to find those little tight spots, and just pausing, just taking it slowly through them, really stretching out chest as well. And then strap to the floor, bring the hand to the floor, left arm up, maybe looking up at the hand, lifting the back knee, if that feels okay, and coming into your simple twist. Good. So from here, just pivoting round so that your feet are now facing sort of side on, moving your blanket out of the way for now. So let's pop it there. I'm coming into a forward fold. So knees can be bent here. So trying to keep the lower back in its natural curve, so you're not rounding. If you find that you are, you can always bend your knees really deeply and then start to really push into the heels, or just don't come down so low, maybe just holding, keeping the hands on the shins. So from here, inhaling, lengthening forward, and then exhaling, just allowing the upper body to fold over to wherever feels appropriate. A few breaths here. And now, taking hold of your left shin with your right hand, and then just walking the left fingertips over to the right, just turning the upper body sort of underneath the left arm, and then coming back to center, changing sides. So left hand to right shin or thigh, and then walking the right fingertips over to the side, looking underneath the right arm. And then coming back to center, lengthening forward, coming into that forward fold again. And then if you've got your strap near, taking it behind you, back of the hands facing up towards the ceiling, and then lifting the hands up, finding a little bit of resistance, keeping the head nice and loose, and then everybody bending the knees as much as you need to slowly peel yourself all the way back up to stand. Release the strap to the floor, walk the feet in, give the shoulders a little bit of a roll, and then come to stand at the top. Inhaling, reaching the arms up. Exhaling, folding forwards. Inhaling, coming up halfway, extending forward, and then exhaling, bring the hands to the floor, stepping back, coming straight into downward facing dog. So downward dog this time, turning the hands out slightly. So rather than hands facing sort of forwards, turning them out so you get a little bit more room in the shoulders this way. So really pressing the hands into the floor, bending the knees deeply. Don't worry about trying to get a hamstring stretch here. We're wanting to stretch out the back and the arms and shoulders. So staying nice and low. Keep pressing that floor away. Really pressing the index finger and thumb knuckles into the ground as well. Couple of breaths here. And then bring the knees to the floor. So coming down now onto your belly. From here, you've got your strap near, coming back again into that little stretch with the hands behind you, back of the hands up towards the ceiling, and then inhaling, lifting up, exhaling, lower, inhaling, lifting up, exhale, lower. Three more of these. Inhale up, exhale, lower, inhale up, exhale, lower. One more time, inhaling up, exhaling, lower down. Okay, so have a little rest, and then we're just going to come into some more shoulder stretches with a little bit of a twist as well. So see how this feels. Go slowly. So from taking your left hand out, so it's maybe slightly higher than shoulder height. Then taking your right hand, so if you can see underneath your right shoulder, and then you're just going to roll onto your left side, so using your right hand to push, and you might be able to take your right foot behind you. So go slow with this. You might just come to this point here, and then coming back to centre. So right arm out, left hand to the floor, and then just rolling over onto your right side, staying here if that's enough, or you might bring your left foot behind you, come onto the tiptoe, and then back to centre. So we'll try that each side again. So left arm out, right hand onto shoulder, rolling over onto the left, and then back to centre, other side, rolling to the right, centre, one more time each side, and to the right, and then back to centre. So either repeating the pose where we just lifted the chest, maybe lifting the arms. You might not use the strap this time. So everybody coming up to this level, just lifting the chest. You might be able to bend the knees and catch hold of the ankles. From here, pressing the ankles into the hands and just lifting the upper body. Coming into what's called bow pose in yoga. So a bit of a front body stretch as well as a bit of a shoulder stretch. And then lowering all the way down, releasing out, bring the hands to stack one on top of the other, let the forehead come down, and just sway the hips from side to side. And then rolling onto your back. So making sure you've got enough room behind you to bring your arms up over the head. Taking your feet hip width apart, knees hip width apart, pressing the feet into the floor, coming into a moving bridge. So we're going to move with the arms as well. So inhaling, lifting the hips, lifting the arms up over the head, and then exhaling, lowering down slowly. So when the hips touch the floor, the hands touch the floor. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, lower. Inhaling up. Exhaling, lower. One more time. Inhaling, lifting up, holding here. So just letting the arms fall behind you over the head. Keeping the knees drawing towards each other, squeezing in, so not letting them fall out to the side. And then bringing the arms back up over, keeping the hips raised, walking the shoulders a little bit closer underneath you, maybe clasping the hands if you can reach, pressing the arms, the back of the arms into the floor, lifting the chest. And then releasing the hands, lowering all the way down, taking the feet quite wide and letting the knees fall together. And then taking the arms out wide, just drawing the knees in towards the chest, and then rolling the knees over to your right, taking the left arm to meet the right hand, and then inhaling, opening out wide, exhaling back, inhale, open up, exhaling back, inhaling, opening out, exhaling back, and then holding here for a couple of breaths, opening out wide, just letting shoulders relax, just letting the body deepen into the twist with each breath. and then coming back to centre. So shifting the hips slightly over to the right if they've moved, and then taking the knees over, bring the right hand to meet the left. Inhaling, opening out. Exhaling back to the left. Inhaling, open. Exhaling, left. Inhaling, open. Exhale, and then opening out, maybe looking out towards the right hand. A few deep breaths. And then slowly coming back to centre. And to finish off, our resting pose is going to be a pose called legs up the wall, which is quite self-explanatory. So you're lying on your back, you come over to a wall, if you've got one near you. I haven't, so I'm going to use the arm of the couch. So try and get your bottom as close as you can towards the wall, and then just extend your legs up it. So you can always use a blanket or something as a little bit of a pillow or something if that feels a bit more comfortable for your head and your shoulders. Otherwise you don't need it, but you could just open your arms out, take them nice and wide, close the eyes, and just completely relax. So a really nice restorative pose. Also nice if you've been doing a lot of running or a lot of work for the legs, if they're feeling a bit tired, just to let them completely relax. Also a good one if you're having trouble sleeping, so you could do it in the evening, sort of spend a good sort of 10 minutes or so with your legs up the wall, just breathing deeply, focusing on the breath. And it might help you fall asleep. So staying here as long as you can. If you prefer to come down just to lie on the floor with the legs extended as your rest, then do that now. Otherwise, if you've run out of time, just coming up to sit. So finding a comfortable seat, sitting up tall, and then reaching the arms above the head. Bring the hands together in front of the chest, pressing the palms, lifting the elbows. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale, sigh out the mouth. Namaste. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day.